Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. So I'm Amiya, the founder of Phoenix Robotics. So it's a startup incubated in NIT Rourkela, a remote location in Orissa. And we are trying to solve one of the largest problems in this world, like the air pollution as well as urban flooding. So as a IoT company, I'll only talk about the case studies we have done so far and the challenges we are trying to solve. When I talk about the problems, so when you talk about like urban flooding and air pollution, like this is the problem we have since last 20, 30 years, and it's a rising problem. And we have certain kind of analytics, we have devices, we are talking about the solution, but none of the governments or none of the countries across the globe has addressed it right. Why? So that's the fundamental question, like why none of the governments or none of the countries have addressed it right? Because one of the major reasons is the cost of the devices to monitor air pollution or urban flooding is highly expensive. The devices are costing $20,000. The solutions are costing very, very high. So how we reach a scale or resolution to understand the microenvironment, how the pollution sources are spread across the city, how urban flooding is happening at different parts of the city. So the prediction today we have is a broad sense prediction. We are talking about a state, we are talking about a country, we are talking about flood for a particular state. We are not talking about flood at Gurgaon. We are not talking about flood in a Noida. So we are not talking about localization of this problem. We are only talking about the broader aspect of this problem. So how Phoenix Robotics as a company is helping solve this problem? So we have a solution with different types of sensors. So we have used the IoT platform as our backbone and used several low-cost sensors to capture a lot of data. So when you have a lot of data coming from various sources, various places, then you have that resolution which is required for your simulation or for your modeling. Because the modeling softwares are there previously or the tools are there, but like the data is not available. You talk about India, there are hardly 52 devices across the country to monitor online air quality. So you can imagine like only 52 devices for a whole country. But we are talking about a scale where you have hundreds of sensors across the city. So we have deployed around 450 devices across Kolkata to monitor air quality, to monitor the inundation level, to monitor the canal levels, the street levels, noise level. So you have that resolution coming from different devices to a centralized platform. Then you can run analytics, you can run different algorithms on top of it and build a pre-warning and forecasting model which can help different governments and help the municipalities. So you talk recently we have like 5 or 6 varieties of sensors. One is the environmental sensor, which monitors various AQI parameters like PM 2.5, PM 10, then you have SO2, NO2, then you have weather parameters, wind direction, wind speed, rainfall, then we have inundation level, the water levels at different junctions, then we have pump station monitoring, because certain cities have pump stations to evacuate the water, the logged water out of the city. Maybe it may be flat delta, it may be due to other reasons. So we also monitor the operational status. So you can understand whether the operations are being directed in the right direction at the time of flood or not. Then you have GPS sensors, which is monitoring the after effect of the flood. Once you have flooding in the city, you need to understand whether my public utilities or the services are functional or is choked at different places of the city. So those information also being captured using our solution. So this is the typical dashboard we have, where we have different types of devices goes into the Kolkata smart city, and you have a forecasting model running on top of it using the data coming from the sensors. And this project we have implemented with the help of Asian Development Bank and Thorough Leading Edge. So talking about, because IoT is not a one player game. So you need to bring decision maker, you need to bring integrator, you need to bring consultants in the same picture, and then only you can build a solution which is world class. And when you talk about a flood monitoring solution, this is one of its kind, first kind in the country, where we have taken multiple sensors into account. You take Mumbai, you take Chennai. So everybody is talking about rainfall as one of the parameters. They're not talking about each of the different aspects I talked about previously. They have not taken each and every point of the sensors or the data collection mechanism we have implemented in Kolkata. So it's a one-way unique. So, and it could be a model for upcoming future cities or the smart cities of the world, because urban flooding is a challenge for all the cities. We talked about sustainable development of the city. We talked about livability of the city. So what is livability and what is sustainability? If we are not talking about air quality, we are not talking about urban flooding. So the smart cities should have these components in picture where we can integrate this data with traffic data, we can integrate this data with the camera feeds, and we can have a really impactful solution for our people and for our government. So far, we have been awarded through different organizations. We have been invited by the Royal Academy of Engineering UK, and I have been awarded for the Royal Fellowship Program. We have the winner of Innovate for Digital India Challenge by Intel and DST. We have been awarded for the Karnataka Startup Challenge, Impact Karnataka Challenge, and recently we got the award for Engineering Excellence by NALCO. And we have partners like Honeywell, L&T ECC. Currently, we are working in across 10 smart cities across India, and expected to work around like 30 smart cities in next year. And we have we are also working with different sustainable solution provider companies like ICLEI, Clean Air Asia, who do the last 10 milestone reach to the communities as well as to the government. So they're like the channel partners. We are currently looking for collaborative partnerships to take our solutions to a global scale, because we believe we as a technology partner, we can't scale to this market because the need is huge. And with partnership, we can take the solutions to a much larger extent and achieve a bigger goal. So I look forward for collaborative partnerships, and you can meet me at the exhibition booth. Thank you. Thank you all.